What's up, guys? Anton Kraly here from dropshiplifestyle.com. And in this video, we're going to be doing something that, at least to my knowledge, has never been done before. And that is go through a 90-second quiz that's going to show you, by the time we get to the end of this video, how likely you are to succeed at dropshipping. Now, I'm just going to point this out here. I have a couple different goals with this video, depending on what score you get. If you get a score that shows you are very likely to succeed, the goal is you can use that as motivation to finally pursue this business model and build something real. And if you get a score that shows you're not likely to succeed, maybe you can go back, review the questions, see where you might fall short, and use that as an area of focus to improve your skill sets so that you can be in a position to have a high probability of success. So with that being said, the way this is going to work is we are going to go through 6 questions where you are either going to agree or disagree with them, and you're going to have 15 seconds to answer each of them. So 6 times 15, 90 seconds. What I'd like you to do here, to be honest with yourself, is as we go through these questions, type your answers as a comment. That way you don't go back and edit them later. We'll see if there's an edited comment. And also, you're going to receive your grade at the end of this quick video. Before we start the 6 questions of the quiz, I just want to give you a sample statement so you see how this works. So for example, I'll give you the statement, "I am happy at my job." What you can then do is choose from strongly disagree, give me a number 1 as a comment if that's the case, all the way up to a number 5 if you do agree with that statement. And again, you can do this simply by going to the comment section of this video and typing in your response, number 1 through 5, and leaving that as a comment. And again, at the end of this video, you will be adding up your 6 comments. So let's move on to this actual quiz and start with the first question I have for you. Question number 1 is, I understand this business works for others, and I believe it can work for me. What I want you to do again is type your response in the comments. And again, if you strongly disagree with this, give me a 1. If you agree, give me a 4, and anywhere in between. And I'm gonna go ahead and put 15 seconds on the clock for you to respond with a comment below. Statement number 2, I am willing to delay gratification and work nights and weekends before making any sales/profit. Go ahead, type your response in the comment, whether you agree or disagree. Again, a 1 through a 5, and I will put 15 seconds on the clock. Statement number 3, I believe it is possible to build a business that provides value to my customers and my bank accounts. Go ahead, type your response in the comments, and we will be back in 15 seconds. Statement number 4 is whether or not I have resources, I am resourceful. And you can go ahead and type your response in the comments. And just so you know what I mean by this, it's that you have ways of figuring things out. In life, if you've ever been stuck with a challenge, maybe something in your personal life or your work life, if you're able to go out there and find answers to questions on your own, then go ahead and give me a 5. And again, if you have trouble finding solutions to problems, give me a 1, or again, anywhere in between. Statement number 5 is, I am not afraid or embarrassed to ask for help when needed. Again, 15 seconds on the clock, type your answer as a comment. And finally, statement number 6 says, I am ready and willing to create more than I consume. This means for every 30 minutes you spend reading a blog post or watching a video on YouTube, you're willing to put at least that amount of time into building your business. Again, type your response in the comments and we will give it 15 seconds. All right, guys, so at this point, you should have 6 comments on this video that range from number 1 to 5. What I want you to do is take a minute to add up all of those numbers and see what your total is. Either remember it or write it down. I'm gonna give you, again, a minute to do that, and then I will show you how you score. All right, guys, so the results are in. You should have your total number now. And what I'm gonna do is go through the total points that you might have gathered and your chances of success based on, again, your total points and your answers to the 6 questions. So if your total points equaled 6 to 12, I kind of hate to say it, but your chances of succeeding at this current point are extremely unlikely. So if you actually do want to build a dropshipping business, which I assume you do if you're watching this, my advice would be to go back and revisit them and look for areas that you can improve on to give yourself a better chance. Because if you're going to do the work, again, I want it to work for you. I don't want you to put time into something that is not going to work for you at your current state. So if this is you, go back, rewatch this video and see where you have room for improvement to get your numbers up. Now, if you have a 13 to an 18 score of your total points, I'm also gonna say it is unlikely that you will succeed with this business. If there's a couple areas, a couple questions where your points were pulled down by low scores, again, those are some things I would encourage you to work through if you actually do want to pursue dropshipping. Now, if you scored a 19 to 23, I'm gonna say it is likely that you will succeed with dropshipping, although you could probably get there faster if you score more points. So you're probably in a good place here, but again, I would encourage you to look at the points that you gave yourself, where you agree or disagree, and see if there's one area that you might need some work on that will give you a higher probability of success. And again, I want you to be honest here, so don't just change your answer, but actually think through what you can do to be better at something or to be really more open. Maybe that's to get help. Maybe that's your belief in this business. Whatever it may be, you'll find your numbers simply by going back in this video. And finally, if you scored anywhere from 24 to 30, I would say it is extremely likely that you will find success with dropshipping. But of course, the caveat here is that you still need to do the work. But if your scores are in between the 24 to 30 range, I believe you have what it takes. You simply need to get to work and stick with it. And again, based on your answers, if you're in that range, I have full confidence that you can make this business model work for you and that you can succeed with dropshipping. Now, guys, as always, I appreciate you. This video is something brand new. We've never done anything like this before. Again, I haven't seen anything like this before. So if you got value, please do leave a like below. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel and share it with a friend if you know anybody that would get value. And also, I'll post some links in this video description to additional resources that I have that can help you on your path to dropshipping success. So as always, thank you. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you in the next video right here on Dropship Lifestyle. Thank you, everybody.